So now that we've done all your fitting to make sure the hearing aids are working as they should be, I want to go through all the care and maintenance so that when you go home you feel confident using it. First thing, everything I'm going to tell you is written down in the instruction manual. So if you get home and you think, oh, I forgot to ask, or what did she say about, or she never covered, it's all in here for you. And I'm going to start making you a goodie bag so you can take all of it home with you. First thing, here's your hearing aid itself. There are two parts to it. The part that's custom made that goes in your ear, and then the part with the computer chip that sits behind your ear. It's going to be connected by this soft flexible tube, and we're going to change that periodically when you come see me. But if that tubing ever falls apart from the hook, just push it right back together. It shouldn't come apart. You saw me put it together, but just in case, you push it back on. Couple things. Your batteries to get started are going to be size 13 batteries. They're always going to be color-coded orange no matter where you purchase them, and they're always going to be 13. Somewhere on the battery pack there's an expiration date, so you can see these are good through October of 2023. My recommendation is that when you buy batteries, make sure they're good for at least 1 full year. So you don't want to buy anything earlier than March of 2021 to make sure that they are good. You can get batteries anywhere. We have them at the office for sale, part of our battery club. You can get them at grocery stores, Radio Shack, online, wherever you get them. Just make sure they're 13 and they're color-coded orange. All the batteries themselves have these little stickers on them, which is how you know they're size 13 because they're orange. That sticker is actually keeping that battery from depleting. So don't take the sticker off until you're ready to use it. You don't have to do anything special if you buy in bulk or if we ship you batteries through the club and you have 3 extra packs, just leave them alone. Don't take the sticker off until you're ready to use them. When you take the sticker off, the battery is going to look like this. You're going to have that flat, shiny side where the sticker was on top. And then if you flip it over, it's got that negative side that has a ring on it. And we're going to practice putting it into your hearing aid in just a second. My public service announcement when it comes to batteries though is make sure you keep everything away from kids, pets, keep them away from your medication, make sure nobody can swallow them or eat them. There's no mercury in them, but they're still not good for us. So there's a pack for you. On the hearing aid itself, the battery door is at the bottom. And so when we open that door, it's going to turn the hearing aids off because we're going to be able to get to the battery. And when we push the door closed, it's going to turn it back on as long as there's a battery in it. So we're going to practice putting the battery into the battery door. The battery, like I said, is going to go into the door. And you can see there's a ring on the door and there's a ring on the battery. The ring on the door and the ring on the battery should touch each other. As long as the battery's in correctly, the door will close and then the hearing aid will turn on. If the battery is not working its way into the hearing aid easily, something's probably wrong. Take it out, start all over again to make sure you're doing it correctly. So I'm going to let you try just to make sure it feels comfortable. Perfect. Questions on your battery? No. Okay. So like I just mentioned, if you open the battery door, there's a little catch and that will turn the hearing aid off. Or you can open it the entire way and that will also turn it off. But when you're not using the hearing aid, we want to save as much battery life as possible. So if you crack the door open, it will turn the hearing aids off and it'll save your battery. If you want to open it the entire way, that's perfectly fine too. The hearing aids can't get wet. No shower, no bath, no jumping in the pool with them on. If you're outside and it's raining or snowing, you're going to be fine as long as you go from point A to point B. But if you're going to jump in the mud puddles in between, take the hearing aids off. They give you this nice hard case that you can put the hearing aids in. So if you're not using them, crack the battery door to turn it off. And both of them will fit in here comfortably and you can close the lid. This keeps them safe from the dog, keeps them from being thrown away so they're not in any Kleenexes, and it keeps them safe so you don't put them in your pocket and put it through the wash. When you're ready to use them again, all you have to do is open it up, turn the hearing aid back on, and you're ready to go. So this is the case that if you have to take your hearing aids out during the day, you've got this case to use. When you go to bed at night, I want you to use this system. This is called the Dry Caddy, and it's just a dryer to help take out any perspiration, humidity, oil, sweat, anything that might have gotten on the hearing aid from you using it during the day. So inside this little plastic container is a desiccant disc. And the desiccant, as you probably know, is just going to pull out any of that moisture. So we're going to put the disc in here. We're going to turn the hearing aids off, put both of them in, and put the lid on top. And that's going to dry out those hearing aids overnight while you're sleeping. You can put both of them in here, no problem. Again, just make sure you put the lid on to help it dry out. And so we're going to use this at night and this during the day if you need it. Good so far. In the morning, get up, take a shower, wash your hair, put on any type of makeup, aftershave, whatever you might do in the morning. The hearing aids are going to go on last. We want to make sure that none of that artificial stuff that we're putting on our skin or on our hair gets onto the hearing aid itself. When you take the hearing aid out, I want you to clean it. And the reason why we clean it in the morning is because it's been in your dryer overnight, so any wax, dirt, skin, hair, whatever, it's all going to be dry and it's very easy to clean. Now the hearing aid company sends you a couple cleaning tools that I've put in your goodie bag for you, but I'm a big proponent of a toothbrush. So the toothbrush is soft and dry, and you can take it and you can just brush the part that goes in your ear, and you can brush the part that goes behind your ear. Really quick, really fast, really easy. Every morning, couple seconds, both devices, put them on and you're ready to go. So nothing super special about it other than I picked out pink for you. Good so far? All right, so I'm going to put all these in here for you before I forget. Oh, I should mention the dryers, these little green discs, they have to be changed. I'll grab that for you. They have to be changed every 2 months. So when you take the foil off to activate it, some people will write the date that you activate it, some people will write the date that it needs to be changed, but you do need to change it, and this is your supply for the rest of the year. All right. Good so far? All right. So I'm going to pause for a second. Everything I've just told you is written down on this piece of paper for you. So again, every day in the morning, soft dry toothbrush, just brush off the hearing aids. Every night, you're going to put the hearing aid in that little dryer and put the lid on, and that's going to dry everything out. Every 2 months, you need to change the little green disc in the dryer to make sure you're pulling out that humidity. And then again, every 6 months, you're going to come see me, and we'll get to that a little bit later. But again, public service announcements. Keep everything away from kids and pets. They're going to want to eat them. We don't want that to happen, so keep them away. Can't get your hearing aids wet. No shower, no bath, no rubbing alcohol, nothing for cleaning agents. You're just going to use that soft dry toothbrush. Anything you need, drying caddy, disinfecting wipes, batteries, cleaning tools, whatever it might be, if you can't find them in the grocery store, online, we always stock them in the office for our patients, so feel free to give us a call. We're happy to set you up with those. And you've got our phone number and our website, and you can always email me, which I've included on my card for you. Good? All right. So next part I want to talk about is how do you know the right from the left? You're going to get really good at looking at it and knowing this is your right ear, this is your left ear, just by the shape of the device that goes in your ear. However, if you need a little help, on the very bottom of the hearing aid, it's pretty small so nobody else sees it, you can see there's a little red mark to tell you it goes in the right ear. Red right, RR. The left ear has a blue mark. I don't know how to remember left and blue, but if you remember red and right, you've only got one other ear. There's no right or wrong way to put it on. Most people will take the part and put it over their ear first, and if it's on, it will kind of dangle successfully from your ear, and then they're going to take this piece and push it straight into their ear canal. I'm going to let you find your way to do it, but we're going to practice a couple times on the right side, and then we'll switch and do a couple times on the left side. Feel good so far? All right. Last thing I want to go over is on the back of the hearing aid, you've got these little buttons that I'm sure you felt before. Those buttons are going to do different things depending on how we set them up. So right now, this button that's on the top, and you've got your left hearing aid on, you can reach up and feel it. That button that's towards the top, if you push the button, you'll either hear 1 beep or 2 beeps. How many beeps did you hear?
1.
1. So that's your automatic program. That's going to adjust for everything that's happening around you. It's going to focus on speech. It's going to reduce background noise. It's going to do everything so that you don't have to touch the hearing aid, hopefully. If you reach up and you push the button again, you'll hear 2 beeps. The 2 beeps is made for background noise. So restaurants, social gatherings, meetings at work, and it's really going to focus on what's going on in front of you and reduce things to the side and behind you. It's just a toggle switch, so if you press it again, you'll hear 1 beep. If you press it again, you hear 2, and it just goes back and forth. This button down at the bottom is a volume control. Most people don't really ever use it anymore because the hearing aids have gotten pretty good at adjusting, but if you need to, it's a rocker switch. So if you press the up part, it will make things louder, and if you press the down part, it'll make things quieter. For both the programs and the volume, if you touch it on one side and you're wearing the hearing aids together, it will automatically change on the other side. So you don't have to do both at the same time. It will do them as a pair when you touch them. Good? All right. Last thing that I have for you before we get you set up for your next appointment to come back, because we're going to use this as our starting point. I'm going to check on you in the next week, and then we'll get you back in the office. Make sure we go over any little changes, nuances, adjustments that we need to make. I did bring you just a little battery holder, so if you want to put a couple extra batteries in, put it on your keychain, put it on your work bag. That'll just save you from having to walk around with a whole pack of batteries, since you're going to have to figure out how long the batteries last in your specific situation. Good? All right, then I look forward to seeing you next week.